4th grade. Today we're going to be working on main idea and details. I am on textbook 582, your reading textbook, 582. Okay, main idea and details. Let's look here at the top of the page. It says a topic is what a piece of writing is about. The main idea is the most important idea about the topic. Think about the overall idea of a paragraph, section, or article. Supporting details give small pieces of information about the main idea. So here's a graphic organizer we can use for main idea and detail. The main idea goes here, and the supporting details, the things that tell about the main idea. And then the strategy is text structure. It says good readers use text structure, or the way a text is organized, to help them understand what they read. For example, a nonfiction article may compare and contrast two things, put events in sequence, or be a series of clear main ideas. When you preview, look for text features such as titles, heads, and underlined words to help you know what to expect. On the next page, we have glaciers and icebergs. And this is a non-fiction article that we're going to read about glaciers and icebergs. So we have questions over here on the side. So we're going to read all the way down to here before we get to number 1. Say glaciers and icebergs. So think about that before we even start, about what the text structure is. Do you think it's going to be sequence, compare and contrast, or problem and solution? Okay. Glaciers and icebergs are both made of ice and both very large. Glaciers are huge pieces of ice that are on land. They are found in areas where there is steady snowfall. Glaciers form when more snow falls than melts away over the years. The leftover snow slowly recrystallizes to form ice. Okay, so our first question is, the main idea of a paragraph tells the most important idea. Which sentence could be taken out and still leave an important idea? Well, you could take out any sentence except for the first one. The first one is the main idea. Glaciers are huge pieces of ice that are on land. Okay, everything else tells about the glaciers. All right, types of glaciers. So let's decide if we're going to be doing sequence, compare and contrast, or problem and solution. The first sentence says there are 2 types of glaciers. So I know right away that I'm comparing and contrasting. Just like this whole article is comparing and contrasting, because we are comparing and contrasting glaciers and icebergs. Okay, there are 2 types of glaciers. Mountain glaciers move down the sides of mountains. Ice sheets, on the other hand, form on level ground and spread out in all directions. The continent of Antarctica is covered by a huge ice sheet. This phrase right here, on the other hand, means I'm telling a difference. Okay, icebergs. Some glaciers or ice sheets go all the way to the seashore. As the ice reaches the shore, a part of it may break off and fall into the sea. This huge piece of ice, now floating in the ocean, is called an iceberg. About 10,000 icebergs each year come from the glaciers that cover Greenland. So our question here is the last sentence of this paragraph a main idea or a supporting detail? How do you know? The last sentence says, about 10,000 icebergs each year come from the glaciers that cover Greenland. Well, that is a supporting detail, because the main idea is what is an iceberg. Okay, it's a large piece of ice floating in the ocean is what an iceberg is. So let's go and do a graphic organizer for the main idea of the second paragraph, glaciers. Okay, so our main idea for that paragraph is what glaciers are. So glaciers are huge pieces of ice that are on land. So that's our main idea. Glaciers are huge pieces of ice that are on land. And then our details are the things that tell about the glaciers. So one detail we can find in that paragraph, if I look back, I can see that they are found in areas where there is steady snowfall. So that's going to be one supporting idea. Okay, I'm just going to write this: found in areas with steady snowfall. That's a supporting detail. Okay, another supporting detail is that they form when more snow falls than melts. So they form when more snow falls than melts. Okay, those are two details that support our main idea. That glaciers are huge pieces of ice that are on land. Okay, so now you are going to go in your workbook and you are going to complete page 233. Okay, you have to read about main idea and details, and then read this paragraph here about Antarctica, and then write your main idea sentence and write 4 details about the main idea. So you have to read that first and then write your 4 details.